As the Third Reich began to crumble under Allied bombs and advancing armies, Nazi leadership placed its hopes not in strategy, but in miracles. They called them Wunderwaffen, wonder weapons, and among them, none promised more than the Messerschmitt Me-262. It was the world's first operational jet fighter, faster than anything in the sky, heavily armed, nearly untouchable when flown correctly. To pilots who saw it streak past Allied formations, it looked like the future had arrived too soon. For Hermann Göring, head of the Luftwaffe, the Me-262 represented redemption. Once celebrated as a hero of Germany's air war, Göring now faced disaster. Shattered bomber fleets, inexperienced pilots, fuel shortages, and total Allied air superiority. The jet was supposed to save him. Engineers had begun work on the Me-262 early in the war, but progress was slow. Jet engines were unreliable, fuel-hungry, and dangerously temperamental. Even when perfected, they demanded skilled pilots, something Germany increasingly lacked. Yet by 1944, the Me-262 was ready. And then politics intervened. Adolf Hitler, obsessed with offensive power, ordered the fighter converted into a fighter bomber, delaying deployment for months. Göring failed to stop the decision, despite knowing Germany desperately needed interceptors, not prestige weapons. When Me-262s finally entered combat, they proved terrifying. Armed with four 30mm cannons, a single pass could tear through Allied bombers. Pilots described B-17s exploding instantly, wings sheared away like paper. But speed alone could not win the war. There were too few jets, too little fuel, too many problems. Allied pilots adapted, waiting near Me-262 bases to attack during takeoff and landing when the jets were slow and vulnerable. Airfields were bombed relentlessly. Mechanics worked under fire. Pilots died faster than they could be trained. Göring's promises collapsed with each passing month. By late 1944, the Me-262 was no longer a war winner. It was a technological marvel arriving too late in the hands of a system already in ruins. More than 1,400 Me-262s were built. Only a fraction ever flew combat missions. The wonder weapon did not fail because of engineering alone. It failed because of leadership. Poor decisions, political interference, industrial chaos, and the fantasy that technology could replace strategy. When the war ended, Allied engineers rushed to study the Me-262. Its lessons would shape post-war aviation on both sides of the Iron Curtain. Germany had created the future, but had lost the present. The Me-262 remains a symbol of what happens when brilliance is trapped inside a collapsing regime. A miracle machine, commanded by men who no longer understood how to win a war.